चाहती हूं कि आप लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का भारतीय नोटों पर छपने से उनकी फोटो का विरोध क्यों कर रहे हैं? आपको क्या दिक्कत हो रही है कि आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के फोटो हमारे नोटों पे छपे?
The farman that Hindus can't celebrate their festival, that on Diwali day they should not burst crackers, just like Aurangzeb had issued such a fatwa and a farman. After the public reacted to that, now it is a damage control being done by this Chunavi Hindu, by this seasonal Hindu.
And fresh attack by the BJP leader Manoj Tiwari on Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. Manoj Tiwari has called Kejriwal Kal Nemi, a demon. This comes amid Kejriwal's gods or notes pitch ahead of the upcoming election.
अरविंद केजरीवाल वो काल नेमी की तरह है, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी। ऐसे में इनका विश्वास नहीं किया जा सकता ये क्या कह रहे हैं। अगर सही मायने में आप इस बात पे गंभीर हैं कि नोट के ऊपर लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी की फोटो आनी चाहिए, तो आपको तुरंत अपने मंत्री इमरान हुसैन से और अमानतुल्ला खान अपने विधायक से इसकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करानी चाहिए, ताकि ये पता किया जा सके कहीं आप सिर्फ राजनीति तो नहीं कर रहे हैं इस पे। और दूसरी चीज, जो आपके मंत्री और आपके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं को गाली दे रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सबके अस्तित्व पे ही प्रश्न उठाते हैं, उनको तुरंत आपको अपने पार्टी से सस्पेंड करना चाहिए। तब हम समझेंगे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आप कहीं से इस प्रस्ताव पे सीरियस हैं। वैसे हमें पता है गुजरात में जो सर्वे हुआ है उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी को 0 सीट आ रही है।
Congress has also hit out at Kejriwal, saying that the Aam Aadmi Party chief has no ideology. Listen in.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ। आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया। जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
नाम हमारा इंडिया क्यों है, इंडोनेशिया क्यों नहीं है? क्या बात हुई? ये क्या बात हुई? इंडोनेशिया की क्या परंपराएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या व्यवस्थाएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या लोगों की सोच है? ये भारतवर्ष है, यहाँ अपनी सोच है। किस कौन सी तस्वीर लगानी है, नहीं लगानी, ये सरकार को तय करना है। लेकिन इतना वो समझा रहे हैं हमारी सरकार को। ऋषि सुनाक को बोल देते कि वो पाउंड पर लगा दें। वो क्यों पाउंड पर एक तरफ किंग की तस्वीर लगाते हैं, दूसरी तरफ ये तस्वीर नहीं लगाते? ये तो अपनी अपनी व्यवस्थाओं का है।
ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद की जरूरत है तभी अर्थव्यवस्था ठीक होगी।
तो ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद तो पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा ना, सिर्फ भारत को नहीं मिलेगा, सबको, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा। अमेरिका कहता है इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट, हम तो नहीं कहते इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट। हमारे मन में आस्थाएं हैं, लेकिन हम तो अपने संविधान को सबसे प्रथम मानते हैं, सबसे उच्च मानते हैं।
So, story has come in, viewers, and we had reported on it. Now, what's happening is a massive uproar over the poor hospitality to Indian cricket team at Sydney Cricket Ground. Now, they were served cold food, and many cricketers did not even eat that food. Here's what unfolded in Sydney, Australia. Nivedita, my colleague, has filed this report.
Team Team India, of course, had an amazing start to their campaign of the T20 World Cup 2022 by beating Pakistan, which means that when they're on to their next match, which they are playing against Netherlands tomorrow, in between they will have to take place in practice sessions. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, at one of the practice sessions right after that, well, athletes who are competing at these high-profile events require proper nutrition. But what they were provided with was far from that. In fact, Team India players were served cold sandwiches as well as falafel after the intense training session. Now, this of course raises questions about the facilities that are meted out to players of this particular caliber who are participating in a high-profile event like the T20 World Cup 2022. Now, although the matter was brought up by the BCCI to the ICC, they went on to state that they are looking into this particular matter. On the other hand, several reactions coming in. Now, will the official statement come out from the BCCI and ICC on this matter remains to be seen.
Viewers, some breaking news coming in right now. Update in the Sidhu Moosewala murder case. Punjabi singer Afsana Khan reveals that she was questioned by NIA on Moosewala murder case. Afsana said that NIA questioned her for around 5 whole hours yesterday. Afsana was a close associate of Sidhu Moosewala. It's a big development in the Moosewala case right now, viewers. Remember, the NIA has questioned popular Punjab singer and close aide of deceased Sidhu Moosewala, Afsana Khan, in the ongoing case. Now, what we can tell you so far and the details that we're learning from this case is that Afsana has said that the NIA has questioned her for around 5 hours, 5 whole hours. It's a big development coming in this case right now. Punjabi singer Afsana Khan has revealed that she was questioned by NIA. And I'm being joined right now by Amandeep. Amandeep is joining us live right now. Amandeep, big update coming in. Why is this significant right now? Because we know Afsana Khan has been questioned in the ongoing terror funding case. Take us through the details.
Well, absolutely, Shivangi, and this is the most important part. The way Afsana herself revealed that the line of the question of NIA was that about the Punjabi industry, Punjabi singing industry, and in fact they have taken all the details of the Punjabi singers from Afsana Khan, from where they have started, how they gain the money, and in fact what are their connections. Just because NIA is probing the angle of terror funding in Punjab, and these gangsters are getting the money from the Pak-based and Pak-backed pro-Khalistani elements and some anti-national elements who are sitting in Canada and some other countries also. But now NIA is trying to establish the angle of the Punjabi singers also. And even they have started their investigation from Sidhu Moosewala case. Afsana Khan was questioned on that line also, from where she has started, how she was getting the funds, and even who all are the singers and what are their financial sources, how they are dealing with these kinds of gangsters who are actually seeking the extortion money from them when they are being a popular Punjabi singer. All these details has been revealed by the Afsana Khan herself, and in fact now the NIA is detailing and the NIA is getting and churning the information from Afsana Khan that how the Punjabi singing world and singers are surviving in Punjab, despite knowing that these gangsters are very much active and they always demand the extortion money. And what are the connection? If any of the Punjabi singer is connected with any of the gangsters, that turned to be the most important point, and that is the reason Afsana Khan was the first Punjabi singer who has been questioned by the NIA following the line of the investigation of terror funding case in Punjab. And in fact after gangsters, now NIA started questioning Punjabi singers as well. And the most important part is that they are trying to get the information about the financial source of these Punjabi singers, just because, Shivangi, all the Punjabi singers are very well known for singing the weapon kind of songs. Basically they try to brandish the weapons in their songs. They try to highlight the fact that all the youth is inclined towards the weapon, and in fact this is a very royal move, and that is the reason they somewhere down the line they are smelling it out that these singers are connected with the gangsters, and that is the reason these weapon brandishing is happening. Yes, Shivangi.
Absolutely, Amandeep. You are getting us all the details. We'll come back to you and trust that you keep us ahead on this story. Afsana has said NIA has questioned her for 5 hours. Let's go to the other story that we're tracking right now. Coimbatore blast. case and the big mystery over the blast there. More details on the accused arrested in Coimbatore car blast case. Now, what we're learning so far, viewers, is that Feroz Ismail is an alleged ISIS sympathizer, deported from UAE in the year 2020. Ismail is one of the 5 seen in the CCTV footage. You can see that CCTV footage right on the screen in the middle. And what we're learning so far is that he can be seen moving gas cylinders and drums filled with explosives into Mubin's car. Thalka, who arranged the Maruti 800 car for Mubin, which was used for the blast, is also the son of Nawab Khan, a member of the banned organization Al-Umma. Khan, an accused in the Coimbatore serial bomb blast case. Examination of Mubin's digital gadgets revealed that he searched on internet to make bombs. All right, being joined by Shravan Sen, our senior editor right now. Shravan, we are getting so many details. And what is very interesting also, Shravan, is that after Republic TV set the agenda at 1 p.m. getting these exclusive details, the Tamil Nadu government has recommended NIA probe into the Coimbatore car blast case.
Well, in fact, remember, the state government came under intense criticism, primarily because of the delay in putting out the information that this blast that took place inside a car was made to look like a simple cylinder blast. It turns out that there is an ISIS link which is basically emerging. The very fact that Mubin, whose body has been charred beyond recognition, turns out to be the same very person who was examined back in 2019 by the National Investigation Agency when there was a link that emerged with the Easter bombings in Sri Lanka. Thereafter, more details emerged that an active ISIS module of over 6 members and the fact that they were planning to carry out attacks in Tamil Nadu makes it abundantly clear that they were up to something. And was the state government caught napping is the big question. It does turn out that the government has essentially now responded to the kind of criticism that they have faced. We're given to understand that measures have also been taken, particularly in Coimbatore, with bringing in new police stations. But having said that, the question here is that time and again, the BJP unit in Tamil Nadu has essentially raised this concern about the existence of sleeper cells in Tamil Nadu. What exactly has been done? Had it not been for the tweet that was put out by the Tamil Nadu chief, BJP chief, linking this entire cylinder blaster to an ISIS plan, there was a high possibility that this information could have been suppressed. It was only after the visit of the DGP of the state that things actually took a turn.
All right. Shravan Sen, senior editor, getting us all the details, and my colleague Varshini. Varshini has filed this report for our viewers. Let's have a look at it.
Right now, we are at Jamesha Mubin's house, the person who died in the terror attack, the cylinder blast that happened in Coimbatore's town hall. As we can see, this is the place where he has been living, and there are evidences of him living. The police have now locked and sealed the houses. Nobody can enter or go inside of these houses, and they have, during the investigation, brought all kind of things that were inside the house, and they have taken everything out, and you can see visibly you can see things have been put out after the investigation. But the main thing that we are noticing here from this building is that there are huge samples of some kind of products that we can see. These probably could have been leftovers from the chemicals that were confiscated from this house. And as you can see, there is so many toxic powders that is seen on the floor of the house, and there are so many things. We have been known that explosives such as aluminium nitrate and sulfur and ammonium were taken from this house, and these could have been the evidences that the police gathered from this house. And apart from all of this, there's one more thing important that we can notice is that very close by here to the house is the office of the PFR PFI that was recently sealed after the ban, which is just few buildings away as we gather information from this site, which is could be a coincidence and could not be a coincidence also, but it is definitely notable that the PFI office is very close by. This is Vashni Rambu along with camera person Lenin from Coimbatore for Republic TV.
It is a strong network that is being operated here, and already our state president has requested that the investigation has to be handed over to the National Investigation Agency. And apart from that, we feel very sad that so far the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has not condemned the incident, or he has not given any warning to the terrorist organization or the outfits that they are instigating this kind of activities. Even in the past, even before a month, in Coimbatore city alone, the incident of petrol bomb has been thrown into our office and several places, and our party office bearers and supporters shops have been attacked. And even those time, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu did not open his mouth. And even after 4 days of this explosion, and he has not even condemned and he has not sent any strong message. But it is giving a great, the suspicion among the people that the Chief Minister is indirectly supporting the terrorist outfits. Suppose if the Chief Minister is warning or giving any clear message, that would affect his minority vote bank. Because of that reason, he is not opening his mouth. And as far as the intelligence aspect is concerned, it is a complete failure. And everybody knew that how the Coimbatore city is vulnerable.
All right, viewers, so the big development coming in on the Coimbatore blast case. And in fact, Varshini is right over there in Coimbatore. She'll get us all the details. Varshini, let's take our viewers to what's happening right now, because we have reported all the exclusive details. Tell us what the Tamil Nadu CM has said and the recommendations that he has made.
Well, definitely, Shivangi, as you know, we've been closely tracking this story, and we are in the spot yet again because now that the Chief Minister has recommended that this whole investigation be transferred to the NIA, any moment there is expectation that the NIA officials will be arriving here to the blast spot where it happened to make sure they are beginning with their investigation. Of course, the investigation will be started from here, and as you can see, extremely abundant police force is being deployed here. Take a look. You can see the police van is arriving with additional force who are coming to the spot because we know this investigation here is going to be very, very crucial, because this is not a normal incident that has taken place. More than 75 kilogram of explosive materials have been confiscated, and this is a terror attack, a terror, and not just about this only singular incident, but many other incidents and many other linkages are also being reported and probed. Now that the NIA is going to take up this investigation, it's going to be massive. Expectations are that big revelations could come out of this NIA investigation. Incidentally, we've been also reporting about how the father of Talka was related to Aluma, and how ISIS modules have also been followed. Several things that we are also closely following and bringing to light in this matter. And at the same time, as you asked about the Chief Minister's announcements, that has come actually 4 days late, but still he's announced about 3 new police stations being immediately set up in the city of Coimbatore to beef up security here, and also he's also announced that the state intelligence team will be reinstated. He has mentioned that the new appointments will be made, new officers will be hired for the state intelligence team, because for the past 3 days, everywhere whoever is talking about this incident attack that happened here, they've been mentioning the intelligence failure that has happened, and that has definitely been the topic of discussion, not just in the media but also the public feel the same. Therefore, the Chief Minister has announced a new reinforcement of the state intelligence team, and he's also mentioned about a special task force that will be completely constituted mainly to focus on averting such kind of terror attacks. And
Well, thank you, Varshini, for getting us all those details. Thank you so much. So, under pressure, Tamil Nadu government has recommended NIA probe into the Coimbatore car blast case, viewers. And remember, the arrests have also come in the case after 75 kilograms of explosives were recovered from Mubin's residence. All right, viewers, let's see what else is making news from across the nation. Arvind Kejriwal plays Hindu card ahead of elections. Aam Aadmi Party chief appeals to the Prime Minister to include the pictures of Lord Ganesh and Laxmi on the currency notes. He said that the move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए।
BJP calls out, Aam Aadmi Party calls the Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. BJP says that on one hand, Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods, but on the other hand, the party is using the Hindu card for elections. BJP termed it as an election stunt and an attempt to shred anti-Hindu image.
किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है। आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं।
Congress also hits out at the Aam Aadmi Party for the Hindu card. Congress says that Arvind Kejriwal has no ideology and he's been using from victim to secular to now Hindu card to get the votes in the upcoming elections.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा, एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया, फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
Ahead of the festival of Chhath Puja, Delhi Lieutenant Governor has cautioned the Delhi CM against misleading and premature publicity. LG said the Kejriwal is creating confusion. The proposal to hold the rituals approved by LG is specific to the designated ghats. LG further directed that the CM to keep the ghats and water clean for the puja. BJP demands the NIA investigation into the Coimbatore blast and questioned the Tamil Nadu CM over the blast. BJP raised questions on the silence by Tamil Nadu CM Stalin and alleged that the Tamil Nadu government is hiding the truth. Palestini group targets Indian nationals in Canada during the Diwali celebrations. Clash breaks out in Brampton. Flag waving, face off, and sloganeering was witnessed during the clash. Infiltration bid fall and one terrorist killed in an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara. Incriminating material including arms and ammunition recovered. Exclusive pictures of the recovery from the terrorist with Republic. After AIMIM chief hijab-clad PM comment, the BJP has hit back at Asuddin Owaisi, asking him whether a hijab-clad woman will lead the AIMIM.
डिसाइपल को रेप के अक्यूज के जुर्माने पे वो जो अंदर गए थे जेल में, वो परोल पे बाहर है और उन्होंने अब डांस वीडियोस रिलीज किया है दिवाली के दिन। आप उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे? एक रेप अक्यूज जो दिवाली के दिन अपने फिर एक डांस वीडियो बाहर निकाले, तो डू यू थिंक हिज पैरोल शुड बी कैंसल्ड?
This is not permissible. This should not be permissible.
Out on parole, first he held a virtual satsang, and now rape convict Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh features in a music video that is racking up numbers on YouTube. His flashy new Punjabi music video was released on the day of Diwali.
Mr. Annamalai, and we are talking to him on the issue of Coimbatore blast. The state government finally, after a lot of pressure that was built up by the BJP, deciding to give the case to the NIA. And Mr. Annamalai, you were sounding very confident from the first day itself with your press conference, building up pressure on the state government, which finally gave in today and has decided to give over the case of the Coimbatore blast to NIA. You think your pressure worked?
Sir, firstly, we welcome the decision of the Tamil Nadu CM to hand over the case to NIA. That is what we have been saying from day one. For 48 hours, the state government was trying to picture this as a cylinder blast. The DGP of the state was forced to say this is a cylinder blast. In the official press note of the Tamil Nadu state government, they were forced to call this a cylinder blast. It was very unfortunate. BJP Tamil Nadu did not have any other way to go than to go after the Tamil Nadu state government with evidence, with facts, to call why it is a suicide bombing, including the WhatsApp status message of the accused, and why the Tamil Nadu government and especially the CM and the police officers are trying to make it sound like some local cylinder blast. Very unfortunate, sir, because Tamil Nadu, the internal law and order situation is getting very bad day in and day out. All kinds of anti-nationals are given a free hand to operate in our state. That is very worrying for us. I hope in the NIA investigation, they can go to the root of the matter and arrest all the people who are involved in this operation.
All right. Also, Mr. Annamalai, there were telltale signs that this could be related to terror, the amount of ammonium nitrate and everything, and yet the state government was sort of sitting over it, dilly-dallying. You think it was vote bank politics, given the exclusive information that Republic Network has brought in, and which clearly suggests that there was link between Ismail, who perished in this blast, as also ISIS module, which was linked to the Easter Sunday attack in Sri Lanka?
Thank you, sir, especially senior journalists like you getting very deep into this matter and making it a national issue from yesterday. But having said it, to give an idea about Coimbatore in 1998 had seen a series of blasts similar to this, which was planned now. And we have lost more than 59 people, all innocents who are come to for shopping at that point of time. Multiple blasts at 7, 8, 9 locations in Coimbatore. So Coimbatore, this is not new to the city. It was always in the terror radar. 2019, when the Easter bombing happened, and April 21, that point of time, the NIA has picked up one Mohammed Azharuddin from Coimbatore along with 5 people in 2019 May for being in touch with the mastermind of the Easter blast there, one Zagrin Hassim. So it is not new, sir. They are still in jail. Now the current person who is Jamisha Mubin, the suicide bomber who perished during this when he was driving the vehicle, this guy also had links to Mohammed Azharuddin, who was picked up in 2019 by NIA. That point of time, the NIA has identified the same person as a radicalized youth. And the Tamil Nadu police fully knows this person should be put under radar. But unfortunately, the surveillance was called off after a couple of months. So what I'm trying to say, sir, it is not new. It is the Coimbatore and Tamil Nadu is under the terror radar for a long time. Especially the ISIS module is active. 3-4 months back, before the Ganapati festival, one person was picked up in Erode. He was planning a Paris-style truck bomb attack. He wanted to take a truck, a ram into the Ganapati crowd. So it is not new. It is happening every month after month. But the problem is, every time the state government downplays it, underplays it, doesn't even give a feeling this is happening in the state, sir. So that is why we have to go very hard. If you read the status message of the suicide bomber, sir, 2 days before this act, he has changed his status message also. He has mentioned, if the news about my death reaches you, please participate in my funeral. Even after that, the state government refused to file a UAP act. Refused to put on display, refused to acknowledge that explosives are seized. It's very unfortunate, sir. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, but Mr. Annamalai, Deepti is joining us. Deepti has some questions for you, but just one question. Specific roles are now coming out in this blast. That of Feroz Ismail, who's supposed to be an ISIS sympathizer and was in fact deported from UAE. And he's seen in the CCTV footage moving the gas cylinders and drums into the car that was used by Mubin. Then we have Thalka, who in fact arranged the Maruti 800, in which Mubin was there and which was used in the blast, which belonged to one Nawab Khan. I think it seems like a big ring of ISIS sympathizers that was involved in this act, and yet the fact that the government first deterred on bringing in UAPA and then only after political pressure, which kind of political constituency was the government concerned about or worried about, Mr. Annamalai?
We all know after the DMK has come to power, the ministers have gone on record. Ministers have gone on record saying it is only because of people like you from the minority community we have come to power. So this government is for you. Rest assured we will take care of you. BJP is never interested doing any minority politics or up. For us, everybody is same. But we don't want to appease any religion. The government right from day one was fully involved in minority appeasement. I'm sure Republic TV has put out various footages. The Speaker of the House, the couple of ministers telling them it is only because of you. And the DMK government from day one has taken somehow an anti-Hindu stand in all their actions. Closing of temples, they're trying to take the gold away from the temples, trying to put monitoring mechanism for the temple and banning the rituals, a number of things. So somehow this MK Stalin ji, our chief minister, believes his constituency is somewhere there. But even good Muslims, they hate this kind of politics. Just yesterday, the Jamaat, they said that we don't appreciate this kind of behavior, including what they have done. But unfortunately, DMK believes by continuous appeasement, they can keep that particular vote bank handy for them, which is very unfortunate, sir. That is what DMK is doing consistently. Why suddenly a Tamil Nadu, which is supposed to be a peaceful state, why suddenly all these things are happening, sir? Because it is a clear-cut case of minority appeasement politics, whereby that anti-national elements are getting a free rein in Tamil Nadu to operate, sir. Just for a kind information, sir. 1 month before, when the PFI got banned, 32 places in Tamil Nadu were bombed by PFI, petrol bomb. All 32 places belong to our party office, BJP functionary or our sympathizers. 32 places in a matter of 4 or 5 days. They did not even book a National Security Act. BJP has to do a protest on the ground. Then they started booking NSA. Very sorry state of affairs, sir. Very sorry state.
Okay, Mr. Annamalai, Abhishek has raised certain very, very important questions. I do see our colleague Shravan also here, and we must tell our viewers, Mr. Annamalai, that it's, you obviously who raised this issue. You raised a lot of evidence and facts. The facts pointed to something sinister, something that the sitting DMK government there downplayed or overlooked or wanted to just look the other way. But Republic has been at the forefront, Abhishek and Shravan, at this investigation. We've been, connecting all the dots, Mr. Annamalai, just like you, and putting out the evidence in public domain. Now, I want to ask you a simple question, away from all politics. Any chief minister, barring whichever party he belongs to, sir, should be more concerned about what's going on in his state. Can the state be caught napping like this? What do you believe really have been, the intentions of the state government? Did they wanted to downplay this? Did they speak too early? Or they just did not care about this?
But in fact, many of the evidences that we have disclosed in the press conference yesterday, like what Republic was doing from yesterday, many of those were given by the police officers themselves. Many officers felt we are feeling bad in Coimbatore. Look, we are not able to open our mouth. We have seized explosive. It is lying for 12 hours. There's not even a FIR getting filed under UAPA. They're trying to find all kinds of reason. So many things were given internally by the police officers. That is why, ma'am, all appreciations to very honest officers who don't want to toe the political line. When there is a political pressure from the government to not speak, play it down, call it a cylinder blast, ask the local media not to cover. But conscience officers, they want to come out, ma'am. So I believe the DMK party, they want to build an image. It's a great government in Tamil Nadu. In fact, many places openly, MK Stalin ji, our chief minister, says he has got ambitions to go national. So he wants to protect this image of a great state being governed. He wants to protect this image for the minority community. He is the guy who's protecting them. So at no end, you see any FIR, they have gone overboard to protect their names also, previously in Tamil Nadu also, ma'am. It is a very sorry state of affairs. That is why DMK was kept out of government for 10 years. 10 years, 2001 to 2011 to 21, 10 years out of the government. It has never happened in Tamil Nadu's history. Even now, they sneaked their way into the government. So very unfortunate. They believe they can continuously do this minority appeasement and degrade our police force, thereby making a peaceful state as a heaven for terror. Very unfortunate.
Mr. Annamalai, you had written to the Union Home Minister just about a couple of weeks ago, in which you mentioned 19 such incidents have taken place in the state of Tamil Nadu. 6 incidents have taken place in Coimbatore. In just about 2 to 3 days, there have been multiple attacks, including the state BJP office in Coimbatore was attacked. Do you believe that there is an existence of a sleeper cell of the ISIS module, and somewhere down the line, perhaps we've brushed it under the carpet, the existence of this very module, which now it's coming out in the open?
The pattern is very telling, sir. Every time Tamil Nadu BJP is forced to write to the Honorable Union Home Minister, then make from there to put pressure on the state government officials and get it done. Tamil Nadu BJP office, where I am sitting and talking to you, this same office got bombed. The same office got bombed five months before. And finally, the police said, we have got somebody. He just wanted to come and bomb this office. He wanted to do a recce because he was angry with Tamil Nadu BJP president for making some statement. This is the kind of underplaying they do, ma'am. Coimbatore office got banned after our letter, sir. As I mentioned, 32 more places they have put bombs. So it's a pattern that is emerging. The anti-national people are getting a free rein in the state to operate, and the state government is dilly-dallying. The ministers go on stage and do all kinds of minority appeasement in the state, thereby believing they are their saviors, sir, which is very unfortunate. Tanjavur Lavanya case, when Republic TV played a major role in getting the case transferred to CBI, the religious conversion that is happening in Tamil Nadu, the missionary people getting a free run in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, now the ISIS module. We are sitting on a powder cake, sir. 16 months, no state government has seen this kind of a law and order failure. Just for your kind information, the anti-nationals have also burned a school, 3,000 people. Because a school child committed suicide, the state government did it. In the basic law and order also they failed. In the terror cases also they fail, which is very unfortunate, which we don't believe the kind of police setup we have in Tamil Nadu. We were equated to Scotland Yard once. The same officers with political pressure, mouths tight, they are not able to perform, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Annamalai, for speaking to Republic TV, and all credit goes to you for putting the spotlight on a story which would have been suppressed by the state government.
I thank the Republic TV again, sir, for the service you are doing. Thank you so much. Vanakkam.
Government will relentlessly support them because we are a government that will deliver for people across the United Kingdom. But Mr. Speaker, he mentioned the last few weeks. I am the first to admit that mistakes were made, and that's the reason I am standing here. But that difference between him and me. This summer, I was being honest about the difficulties that we were facing. But when he ran for leader, he promised his party he would borrow billions and billions of pounds. I told the truth for the good of the country. He told his party what it wanted to hear. Leadership is not selling fairy tales. It is confronting challenges, and that is the leadership the British people will get from this government.
Mr. Speaker, I think everyone should watch the video and make their own minds up. In public, he claims he wants to level up the north, but then he boasts about trying to funnel vital investment away from deprived areas. He says one thing and does another. But they're shouting. They're not my words. They're not my words. They're the words of the former chair of the Tory party, sacked yesterday for telling the truth about the Prime Minister. Even his own side know he's not on the side of working people. That's why the only time he ran in a competitive election, he got trounced by the former Prime Minister, who herself got beaten by a lettuce. So why doesn't he put it to the test, let working people have their say and call a general election?
Well, it'll take a long time to get through this paper if we carry on like this, Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, he talks about mandates, about votes, about elections. It's a bit rich coming from the person who tried to overturn the biggest democratic vote in our country's history. Our mandate is based on a manifesto that we were elected on to remind him an election that we won and they lost. A mandate that says we want a stronger NHS, better schools, safer streets, control of our borders and levelling up. That is the mandate that I and this government will deliver for the British people.
Heather's not even asked her questions. You want more? Come on, Heather.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to congratulate my right honourable friend and new Prime Minister, and also to thank our previous Prime Minister for the straightforward way she has handled her resignation, and I wish her and her family well for the future. Would my right honourable friend please use this, his first appearance of the dispatch box, to make it clear to the British Medical Council and the British Dental Association that, as well as training, more training spaces opening up, that they must allow new doctors and dentists to work in the UK so that the good people of South Derbyshire can get treatment on the NHS.
Well, I thank my honourable friend for her question. She's absolutely right. I'm pleased that there are 3,500 more doctors and over 9,000 more nurses working this year than last. But she's right, and we are working to simplify the registration for dentists in particular that are not trained here to practice here, and that's how we'll help deliver a long-term workforce plan for the NHS and ensure everyone can get the care they need.
Let's come to the leader of the SNP, Ian Blackford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I congratulate the new Prime Minister on becoming the first British Asian to hold the office. The significance and the symbolism of this achievement is to be warmly welcomed by everyone. Mr. Speaker, yesterday on the steps of Downing Street, the new Prime Minister promised to bring, and I quote, compassion to the challenges that we face today. So, on his first full day in the job, let's put that to the test. A winter of uncertainty is coming, and next April we'll see a cliff edge moment. Millions face a double whammy as the energy price guarantee is cut off, while households are hit by austerity 2.0 and a real terms cut to social security benefits that many rely on to survive. If people are actually to trust the new Prime Minister's words about compassion, will he today reassure people and guarantee
visits? A combative response by the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in the Parliament.
through COVID. I always acted in a way to protect the most vulnerable. That's because it is the right thing to do, and those are the values of our compassionate party. And I can absolutely reassure him and give him that commitment that we will continue to act like that in the weeks ahead.
Well, Mr. Speaker, let's test that, because as Chancellor, the Prime Minister slashed universal credit and presided over the worst levels. Of hearing on the Tory side, I might remind them that universal credit was cut by £20 a week and presided over the worst levels of poverty in Northwest Europe. So I hope that he has learned from his mistakes and guarantees that benefits will rise in line with inflation. But speaking of mistakes, yesterday the Prime Minister appointed a Home Secretary who was forced to resign only last week for breaching the ministerial code, and who boasted that she dreamed of sending vulnerable asylum seekers to Rwanda. We all know why he appointed her: a sleazy backroom deal to shore up his own position. Far from being a fresh start, this is a return to the sleaze and scandal and ghosts of cabinets past. The Prime Minister promised to govern with integrity and humility. So if he has an ounce of either, will he admit his mistake and sack the Home Secretary without the delay?
Mr. Speaker, I was pleased to actually have a call last night with the First Minister of Scotland. It was important that I spoke to her on my first day in office, because I wanted to express my desire to work constructively with the Scottish Government so that we can work together to deliver for the people of Scotland, and that is what I plan to do. And indeed, I hope crime is one of the things that we can collaborate on, because he will know that violent crime is rising in Scotland and police numbers are falling, whereas here we are increasing police numbers, Mr. Speaker. But I look forward to working with the Scottish Government on our shared challenges, because I believe in a strong United Kingdom.
Mr. Speaker, what a pleasure it was to welcome the Prime Minister to my constituency in the summer. He will know one of the burning issues in my constituency is the proposed waste incinerator at Westbury. With the government rightly reviewing its air quality targets, can I ask my right honourable friend to signal his intent to continue promoting public health, net zero and the environment by placing a moratorium on any more unwanted, unnecessary, toxic waste burners?
Prime Minister. I can tell my honourable friend, I know he's been a vociferous campaigner on this issue as I learned over the summer. He'll know that local authorities determine these issues, but also to reassure him that all large incinerators in England must comply with strict emission limits and only receive permits if plants don't cause any damage to human health, and hopefully that is reassuring for him.
Caroline Lucas. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister's reckless predecessor took a wrecking ball to nature, prompting millions of members of the RSPB, the National Trust and the Wildlife Trust to rise up in opposition. Yesterday, he promised to fix her mistakes as well as to uphold the party's 2019 manifesto. So if he is a man of his word, will he start by reversing the green light she gave to fracking, since it's categorically not been shown to be safe, and instead maintain the moratorium that was pledged in that very manifesto that he has promised to uphold?
Well, I've already said I stand by the manifesto on that, but what I would say is that I'm proud that this government has passed the landmark Environment Act, putting more protection for the natural environment than we've ever had, with a clear plan to deliver. And I can give the Honourable Lady my commitment that we will deliver on all those ambitions. We will deliver on what we said at COP, because we care deeply about passing our children an environment in better state than we found it ourselves.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would like to welcome the Prime Minister to his place. Farmers in my constituency of Clwyd South are delighted that after 20 years they are once more able to sell Welsh lamb to the US market. Would the Prime Minister comment on the size and prospects of this market for our world-beating Welsh lamb?
Mr. Speaker, I congratulate my colleague on the fantastic achievement. I can tell him that market is worth, I think, something like almost £40 million over the first few years. Enormous boost for our lamb farmers. I would just encourage the 300 million US consumers to give Yorkshire Swaledale a lamb a look in as well. But I know he and I, if we disagree on that, are united on the fact that we will unequivocally back British farming and British farmers.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is...
Style? For me, it's the pursuit of timeless elegance. Crisp, clean, classic, subtle brilliance. You don't know what it is that catches your eye, but it does, you know. The cut, the color, the lines. There's something in the essence of the evergreen. You feel special, selected. That's when I know I found the right fit. When I feel selected.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the elections. The Aam Aadmi Party chief has appealed to the Prime Minister to include pictures of Lord Ganesh and Goddess Laxmi on the currency notes. He says this move will help the country prosper.
आज मेरी केंद्र सरकार से, प्रधानमंत्री जी से अपील है, भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर.
The BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, calling the Arvind Kejriwal-led party a hypocrite. The BJP says that on one hand, the Aam Aadmi Party insults Hindu gods. On the other hand, the party is using the same Hindu card for elections. The BJP has called this an election stunt and an attempt to shed their anti-Hindu image.
तो किस प्रकार से यूटर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है. आप सोचिए, वही अरविंद केजरीवाल जो थोड़े दिन पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कह रहे थे कि अगर गलती से आपने दिवाली मना लिया तो आपको जेल में डाला जाएगा, आज वो अचानक लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के विषय में बोलते हुए पाए जा रहे हैं.
The Congress has also hit out at the AAP for the so-called Hindu card, and the party says Arvind Kejriwal has absolutely no ideology and he's been using from victim to the secular cards now again and again to get the votes in the upcoming election.
देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है. इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा. आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया. फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ. जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ. आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है. फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया. जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ. फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ. तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा. मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो. इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है.
Arvind Kejriwal has played the Hindu card ahead of the election.
चीफ इलेक्टोरल ऑफिसर के पास कंप्लेंट के माध्यम से लिया था. जब वो विषय वहां प्रस्तुत करने के बाद भी उस पर किसी प्रकार की कार्यवाही नहीं हुई, तब हम बाध्य हुए हैं आज चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया के पास प्रस्तुत होने के लिए. जहां तक उड़ीसा का विषय है, उड़ीसा में असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी नंबर 46 अर्थात धामनगर में जो बाई इलेक्शन चल रहा है, बीजू जनता दल का एक मॉडस ऑपरेंडाई शुरू से ही रहा है. जो प्रशासनिक अधिकारी हैं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनको एक तरफ से अपने पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता के रूप में इस्तेमाल करना, उनके माध्यम से पैसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कराना, उनके माध्यम से एल्योरमेंट, लालच इत्यादि दे करके चुनाव को अपने पक्ष में लेने का प्रयत्न करना, यह पुनः एक बार केवल हम आक्षेप लगा रहे हैं ऐसा नहीं है। मैं धन्यवाद करूंगा कि मीडिया के बंधुओं ने इसे अपने कैमरे तक में कैद कर लिया और आज ये एक तरह से एविडेंस बन के प्रस्तुत हुआ है। एक ऐसा वाकया सामने आया है जिस वाकया में आप देख सकते हैं एक महिला है जो कि गवर्नमेंट कर्मचारी है, वो CRS, ये जो कम्युनिटी रिसोर्स पर्सन CRP होता है, उसके पद में है। मैं तस्वीर भी उनकी दिखाऊंगा। उनके हाथ में नोटों की बंडल है और वो नोटों के बंडल को बांट रही है ये कहते हुए कि आप लोग कल हमारे कैंडिडेट के साथ पदयात्रा में थे, इसलिए ये पारितोषिक के रूप में बीजेडी ने पैसे भेजे हैं। और मैं धन्यवाद दूंगा मीडिया को कि मीडिया ने, आप लोगों ने इसे कैद कर लिया था और इस कारण से ये एविडेंस के रूप में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भी और जनसाधारण ने भी इसे प्रस्तुत किया CEO ओडिशा के सामने। दुखद विषय है कि यह पाने के पश्चात भी CEO ओडिशा ने इसे अभी तक स्वीकार नहीं किया है। दूसरा वाकया जिसके विषय में आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी ने अभी बताया, यह भी मीडिया के कारण से पब्लिक डोमेन में आया। एक बहुत बड़े पंचायत के जनसभा में जहां पर वहां की मंत्री मौजूद थे और मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट राज्यसभा सुलता देव जी भी मौजूद थी, उन दोनों के मौजूदगी में एक बड़े बीजेडी के अधिकारी ने कहा कि नवीन सरकार ने कहा है, ये ऐलान किया है कि जिस पंचायत में जीत होगी, किसी प्रकार से भी अगर आप जीत दिलाएंगे इस इलेक्शन में, तो 1 करोड़ रुपया उस पंचायत को दिया जाएगा। और मीडिया ने तत्क्षणात उसे अपने कैमरे में कैद कर लिया और इसे एक एविडेंस के रूप में हमने वहां के CEO को प्रस्तुत किया। यह इतने हार्ड एविडेंस होने के बाद भी हमें दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि किसी प्रकार का एक्शन उड़ीसा में नहीं हुआ, बल्कि अभी CEO साहब ने वहां प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके कहा है कि इसको हम फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे, उसके बाद हम कार्यवाही के विषय में सोचेंगे। अरे फॉरेंसिक वेरिफिकेशन होते होते तो इलेक्शन समाप्त हो जाएगा और जो लोग पैसा बांटने का काम कर रहे हैं, जो प्रलोभन के माध्यम से एक इलेक्शन को होने नहीं दे रहे हैं, वो इलेक्शन तो गुजर जाएगा। इसलिए ये सारे विषय को लेकर आज केंद्र इलेक्शन समिति के सामने भारतीय जनता पार्टी की यह टीम आदरणीय धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी के नेतृत्व में प्रस्तुत हुई थी और हमने बड़े ही कठोर रूप में इस विषय को रखा कि ये इलेक्शन के डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके पे हमला है। और आदरणीय राजीव जी, आदरणीय अनूप जी दोनों ने सुनने के पश्चात हमें यह आश्वस्त किया है कि इस विषय पर संज्ञान लिया जाएगा और इस विषय को आगे बढ़ाया जाएगा। ठीक उसी प्रकार तेलंगाना के विषय में भी 2-3 बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय हैं वहाँ के बाई इलेक्शन को लेकर। सबसे बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण विषय है कि इससे पहले भी तेलंगाना की यूनिट ने, आदरणीय ओम पाठक जी ने कंप्लेंट किया था कि लगभग 24,000 ऐसी बोगस वोट तेलंगाना के उस क्षेत्र में जहां बाईपोल हो रहा है वहां बनाए गए हैं। इलेक्शन कमीशन को धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने संज्ञान लेकर कुछ वोट्स को काटे थे, मगर जो बाकी 12,000 वोट भी थे उनमें भी कुछ ऐसे वोट्स हैं जिनको काटने की आवश्यकता है, जहां फ्रॉड की शंका है। इस पर भी कार्यवाही करने के लिए हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन से कहा है। ये पूरा विषय अब ओम पाठक जी आपको बताएंगे, मगर मैं आपको वो फोटो भी दिखाना चाहता हूं जिस फोटो में जो उड़ीसा के धामनगर के इलेक्शन में एक अधिकारी पैसा बांट रही है, ये आप देख सकते हैं। धामनगर के इलेक्शन में पैसा बांटने की प्रक्रिया इस फोटो में, और जो वीडियो हमने सबमिट किया है मीडिया का वीडियो, उसमें स्पष्ट रूप से दिख रहा है। आगे भी कई फोटो हैं जिसमें पैसे की गड्डी आप देख सकते हैं उस अधिकारी के हाथ में है और वो पैसा बांटने का काम कर रही है। तो इस प्रकार से पूरे विषय को हमने इलेक्शन कमीशन के सामने रखा है। धन्यवाद। ओम जी, तेलंगाना के विषय
मुनुगोड़ा के बारे में भी चर्चा हुई। तेलंगाना
Commission specifically around the Odisha bipole, and Shambhit Patra and you also had Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Minister, there after meeting the Chief Election Commissioner, and they're still addressing the media. There's a live shot outside the Election Commissioner's frame. Let's go across and get you the headlines this hour. Race to Gujarat elections intensifies. Kejriwal rings in the gourds and notes card now. क्या करे
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के पॉलिटिक्स को देखा जाए तो किस प्रकार से यू टर्न किया जाता है, आज ही हमारे सामने पूर्णतः उतर के आ रहा है।
Coimbatore blast case unravels. Was there a larger conspiracy behind the blast? Details are disturbing. Stalin agrees to an NIA investigation. Annamalai, the leader who raised questions on the Stalin government, puts Tamil Nadu government in a spot, alleges a cover-up. He has the last word in this case. From satsangs to political visits, national outrage over parole for rapist Ram Rahim, who questions the media, releases videos and then mocks the entire system. Newly appointed UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak faces his first test in the UK Parliament, takes questions on his policies. And a story broken by Republic TV this morning of Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, the Aam Aadmi Party convener, making a recommendation to the central government that they need to have photos of Laxmi and Ganesh ji on notes, saying that alongside Gandhi ji you should have gods on notes. A controversial proposal which has seen a big fight across the board. Different political parties criticizing Arvind Kejriwal, saying that on one hand he had ministers who are heading conversions in the national capital, and then we've seen the attack by the BJP through the day. Here's the latest attack made by the BJP, where a senior leader of the party and a parliamentarian refers to Arvind Kejriwal as a demon. Listen into this.
वो काल नेमी की तरह है, मुंह में राम बगल में छुरी। ऐसे में इनका विश्वास नहीं किया जा सकता ये क्या कह रहे हैं। अगर सही मायने में आप इस बात पे गंभीर हैं कि नोट के ऊपर लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी की फोटो आनी चाहिए, तो आपको तुरंत अपने मंत्री इमरान हुसैन से और अमानतुल्लाह खान अपने विधायक से इसकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करानी चाहिए, ताकि ये पता किया जा सके कहीं आप सिर्फ राजनीति तो नहीं कर रहे हैं इस पे। और दूसरी चीज, जो आपके मंत्री और आपके प्रदेश अध्यक्ष लगातार हिंदू देवी देवताओं को गाली दे रहे हैं, राम कृष्ण ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश सबके अस्तित्व पे ही प्रश्न उठाते हैं, उनको तुरंत आपको अपने पार्टी से सस्पेंड करना चाहिए। तब हम समझेंगे कि अरविंद केजरीवाल आप कहीं से इस प्रस्ताव पे सीरियस हैं। वैसे हमें पता है गुजरात में जो सर्वे हुआ है उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी को 0 सीट आ रही है।
भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर एक तरफ गांधी जी की तस्वीर है, वो वैसे ही रहनी चाहिए, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ श्री गणेश जी की और श्री लक्ष्मी जी की तस्वीर भारतीय करेंसी के ऊपर लगाई जाए।
कश्मीरी हिंदुओं के ऊपर हंसने वाले अरविंद केजरीवाल आज अचानक जो हिंदू बनने की चेष्टा कर रहे हैं, ये यू टर्न की पराकाष्ठा है।
क्या इतने बड़े काम के लिए हमें लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का आशीर्वाद नहीं चाहिए? तो फिर मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछना चाहती हूं कि आप लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी का भारतीय नोटों पर छपने से उनकी फोटो का विरोध क्यों कर रहे हैं? आपको क्या दिक्कत हो रही है कि आप नहीं चाहते हैं कि लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश जी के फोटो हमारे नोटों पे छपे?
The farman that Hindus can't celebrate their festival, that on Diwali they should not burst crackers, just like Aurangzeb had issued such a fatwa and a farman. After the public reacted to that, now it is a damage control being done by this Chunavi Hindu, by this seasonal Hindu.
And different political parties questioning Arvind Kejriwal, including the Congress party, which is questioning him, calling him desperate, saying that he changes his strategy, doesn't have an ideology. Here's how the political fight is playing out this evening on the gods on notes controversy.
नहीं, देखिए, इसकी ना कोई धर्म की राजनीति है ना जाति की है, इसकी नीरी वोट की और नोट की राजनीति है। इसको लगता है कि धार्मिक बात करने से वोट मिलेगी, तो ये धार्मिक बात करने लगेगा। आपको याद होगा एक समय यूथ फॉर इक्वालिटी बनी थी, जो आरक्षण के खिलाफ थी, उसके मंचों पर जाके इसने भाषण दिया। फिर कहता है कि मैं आरक्षण के साथ हूँ। जिसने एक दो बार मुझे याद है ऐसे सम्मेलनों में कहा कि साहब मैं तो नास्तिक व्यक्ति हूँ, ईश्वर में मेरा विश्वास नहीं करता हूँ, आज देखो हर पूजा पाठ में बैठे दिखता है। फिर कहता है कि जाति की राजनीति ने तो देश खत्म कर दिया, जाकर कहता है ऐसे वैश्यों के सम्मेलन में कि मैं एक आपका ही भाई हूँ, मैं भी वैश्यों में से आया हूँ। फिर कहीं जाता कहता मैं हिंदू हूँ। तो इसका तो जिस तरह जहाँ जैसा वोट मिलेगा करेगा। मुझे तो दिक्कत ये है कि अगर इसको कभी कभी पाकिस्तान चला जाए और पता ना चले तो हो सकता है वहाँ भी जाकर कह दे कि मैं तो बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मुझे वोट दे दो। इस आदमी की कोई अपनी निष्ठा, कोई अपनी समझ नहीं है।
क्या क्यों है, इंडोनेशिया क्यों नहीं है? क्या बात हुई? ये क्या बात हुई? इंडोनेशिया की क्या परंपराएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या व्यवस्थाएं हैं, वहाँ पर क्या लोगों की सोच है? ये भारतवर्ष है, यहाँ अपनी सोच है। कौन सी तस्वीर लगानी है, नहीं लगानी, ये सरकार को तय करना है। लेकिन इतना वो समझा रहे हैं हमारी सरकार को, ऋषि सुनाक को बोल देते कि वो पाउंड पर लगा दें। वो क्यों पाउंड पर एक तरफ किंग की तस्वीर लगाते हैं, दूसरी तरफ ये तस्वीर नहीं लगाते? ये तो अपनी अपनी व्यवस्थाओं का। हमें ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद की जरूरत है, तभी अर्थव्यवस्था ठीक होगी। तो ईश्वर के आशीर्वाद तो पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा ना, सिर्फ भारत को नहीं मिलेगा, सबको, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा, पूरे विश्व को मिलेगा। अमेरिका कहता है इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट, हम तो नहीं कहते इन गॉड वी ट्रस्ट। हमारे मन में आस्थाएं हैं, लेकिन हम तो अपने संविधान को सबसे प्रथम मानते हैं, सबसे उच्च मानते हैं।
Yesterday, Republic TV, that's on Tuesday, Republic TV reported on the suicide of a seer at a mutt, at a 400-year-old mutt in Karnataka. His name was Basavalinga Swami. Basavalinga Swami was a 44-year-old seer. And from the details that are emerging, Republic TV has learnt through the letter that was allegedly written by the seer, that there may have been a blackmail angle. The seer may have been blackmailed over a video that was shared on WhatsApp. Now, sources in this 400-year-old mutt have also shared this video with Republic TV that shows the seer. And let me go across to Prajwal joining us with details. Why don't you share the details with us, Prajwal? What does the video show, Prajwal?
Now, Niranjan, clearly looking at how things are going in regard to the suicide which was committed by the Basavalinga seer on Monday morning at 6:10, it is now being learnt that there is a video of the seer which has gone viral, which was recorded by a girl to honey trap him, because there were already talks within the mutt stating that the Basavalinga seer had to be replaced as well. So therefore, in this particular death note which Republic has accessed, it has clearly been written by the Pontiff, Basavalinga Swamiji, stating that he was blackmailed over WhatsApp and he was also honey trapped in one particular issue, and therefore he was depressed since the past 6 to 7 months, and there were powerful people behind this entire episode. As of now, what we learn is that this was a 3-page death note, but Republic has accessed only 1 page where it has spoken in detail about the WhatsApp calls, WhatsApp chats, both the video as well as the audio chats as well, which the cops have gone on to take in. Now, the Kadur police who are investigating this particular matter have also gone on to state that there might be more people involved over here, and it might be a huge nexus. The reason being that this particular WhatsApp call was being, it was being held over 2 mobiles, but the external video of the Swamiji has been recorded on yet another mobile phone, which has clearly pointed out there might be some other person who might be involved in this entire incident. And also going on now, the cops have stated that this particular girl who had called the Swamiji on this alleged video call belongs to Bengaluru, but they have not revealed the details of the girl, and they are looking into the angle whether she was also a part of this huge racket or was she a victim in this particular case too. And moreover, now the Ramnagara SP has also gone on to state that the details of the investigation are quite confidential, but he said that the close aides of the Swamiji have already been taken into questioning, namely one by the name of Mr. Abhilash, who is a mutt employee, and the second being a teacher who is supposed to be a very close aide of the Swamiji, who saw as to the daily rituals of the Swamiji, because at 5 to 5:30 in the morning the seer used to perform his daily rituals, but on Monday, on that fateful morning, he did not come out, and Abhilash was the first one to inform this teacher Ramesh, and later he was the one who went on to speak to the police. Now the police have already called in even the FSL, even the sleuths, the FSL sleuths too, and all the evidence has been collected, both digital as well as the physical evidence, which was present inside the mutt too. And the last rites, surprisingly, of the Swamiji was conducted, even as many of them are questioning as to why was this last rites conducted, because the police have clearly gone on to register a case of unnatural death, Niranjan.
And what are the police saying? What was the circumstances under which this particular seer committed suicide? Why don't you take us to the contents of this entire letter? And it comes on the back of the recent allegations against some of the mutts, the heads of these mutts at very powerful institutions in Karnataka.
Absolutely, Niranjan, because in a span of 2 months now, we have seen 2 suicides and one of them being arrested in the POXO case, which was the Shivamurti Sharanu Mutt, which was the seer of the Shivamurti Sharanu Mutt. And secondly, the Neginada Mutt, Swamiji also committed suicide on this same particular context where he had stated that he was being blackmailed. In the death note coming to Basavalinga Swamiji, it is being learnt that there are 3 important factors which has been highlighted. One was stating that he was blackmailed. Secondly, he was in depression. And thirdly, there were details of these WhatsApp calls, and he was blackmailed mainly because of the evidence that the cops had because of WhatsApp videos as well as audios which was collected by them. So who is the them mentioned over here? It is not known, but the Swamiji has clearly gone on to state that 13 people were involved in blackmailing him, and 2 of the people's names has been written, but the names are still not known because the police are stating that the investigation will be hampered if the names are revealed. And the Swamiji also has stated that some powerful elements want to take him off from the mutt, Niranjan.
For that, that's Prajwal joining us with the details of that video. In fact, we have that full video, but we're just showing you a still image from that video so that we don't play out that full video, and also sentiments at play here. So we are being very, very careful about what we put out. Just one still image from that video is what we have showed, and that is the video that is being investigated by the police in Bengaluru. Quick check of the other top stories on Republic this evening. A disturbing video of a road rage has emerged from Ghaziabad in NCR. Video shows a man being beaten to death with bricks. The victim was murdered over a parking scuffle. The victim is a son of a retired policeman. Left-wing students staged a protest in Thiruvananthapuram against the Kerala governor outside Raj Bhavan over the issue of Vice Chancellor's resignation. A mega face-off has broken out between the governor and the state after the governor asked more than 9 Vice Chancellors to submit their resignations. Well, there was a complaint by the Indian cricket team and the BCCI over poor Sydney cricket ground hospitality. Cricketers skipped the lunch as Team India was served cold food after a practice game. Cold sandwiches reportedly were served to the team. BCCI has sought answers from the ICC. The ICC has said it's looking into the matter.